The Convo with Dr. Frida and James Wetu. Convo, encouraging conversation that matter.
Hello, welcome to Convo. Thank you for joining us today. Today is Friday, and we welcome you. I request you to create a watch party if you can hear me. Create a watch party, invite your friends, tell them that something good is going on. My name is Frida. They like to call me Dr. Frida, and I'm joined by my guest, whom I will be introducing to you in a short while. James is somewhere with me. He has decided to revenge for leaving him last week, but he's well and he sends his regards to all of you. And we really want to appreciate all of you for the support and the love that you've shown us since we began Convo. We have received feedback, we have received comments and shares and likes and loves, and we are really, really grateful. Your feedback is valued, and I want to request that as we go on with this conversation today, if you have a question, our topic today is insurance. If you have a question about insurance, if you have something that you need clarified about insurance, something that you've always wondered and you would like to get more information today, we have an expert in that field with us today. So please feel free to ask our questions. We are live on James Wetu and Dr. Frida Washira and Life of God Broadcast. This program is powered by Life of God Broadcast. And maybe before we begin, just to point out some few statistics that I found. I was going around to look at how many Kenyans are really insured, because I have an inclination to health insurance, as you can all imagine, but we'll be talking about insurance in general, but with a little bit of inclination to health insurance. So I found out that 51% of Kenyans are really not insured, and of the 49% that are insured, out of these, only 89% are insured with NHIF. There is 8% that have the universal health care card, 5% have the personal health cover, and another 5% have the employer-provided health insurance. So we'll be talking about why you need insurance, why it's important. We'll be clarifying the myths and misconceptions. We'll be answering your questions and, giving important information. I like that, in this period that we are in, we need to give as much information to the public as we can, especially as I had someone say that when people come selling insurance to you, they don't give you information, they just make you sign somewhere, and later on you come to find out that your policy was not what you really thought it was. So we don't want that to happen to you, and that is why we are having this conversation. Please remember to tag a friend along, and don't be afraid to ask your question. We'll respond to all of them. So, Steve,
yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
It's such a joy to have you in this program today.
Thank you.
I was looking forward to this conversation. I hope you have had a good week.
Yes, I had a very nice week. I thank God.
Amen.
Yeah.
So, I want you to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yes.
Maybe tell them who you are and what you do.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. And thank you for our viewers who are listening and viewing us. My name is Steven Mutuku. I've done insurance for 11 years. Since
11?
Yes,
wow, okay.
Since 2009. And here I am. I'm still doing it. Basically, I was not trained to be an insurance person. But in the process of life, you come to understand what are you doing and the goals you have. And then I was really interested to come and do insurance. And I've seen helping so many people, and I love what I do. Yeah.
That's the bit I like about you. You really love what you do, and you're very passionate about the field you're working in.
Yes.
And the bit about you being a jack of all trades. I need to let my viewers know that we serve in the same team, Uzima Medic's team. So having Steve here, in another platform, he wears another hat. As a trained pharmacist.
Yes, as a trained pharmaceutical technologist.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so I want us to dive into this conversation, because I know there's a lot that we can cover about insurance. There's so much to talk about insurance, but I want us to begin with, maybe you could help us understand what is insurance, what really is insurance, what does it entail, and you could introduce to us the different types of insurance that are available.
All right, thank you very much. What is insurance? That is a very big question, and I want to maybe explain in a bit so that people can understand. Insurance is some companies, different companies, or maybe the states, they come with maybe with an agreement on maybe on a compensation, maybe in terms of loss, in terms of maybe illness, in terms of death, in terms of any eventuality which can come up. So you find that a company, an insurance company, has there are companies which have all the classes of insurance. Maybe they have the life insurance, they have medical insurance department, they have pensions, and also they have general insurance. So those are very big clusters of insurance, which we cannot today deal with them.
Yeah, we can't exhaust.
Yeah, we cannot exhaust, maybe explain all of them. But before we end the conversation, we'll be able to handle one or two issues on those clusters.
So, before we came to this show, I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and I was asking them if they know what kind of insurance they know, and their answer made me laugh because they told me that the only insurance they've heard of is one that that ati mtu akikufa atazikwa vizuri. I think it's called final I forget what it's
last
called.
Expense.
Yes.
Last expense insurance.
And he told me that he has a lot of trust issues when it comes to insurance. But I think, I've been in hospital for a while now due to my, school work and all that. And I think the saddest thing I've seen in hospital is a patient not being able to pay for their medical bills. And maybe some other patients will come to you, like the caregivers will come to the doctor and they will tell the doctor, we have sold everything, we have sold land, we have sold our cows, we have sold we're even almost selling ourselves just to get our mother or our loved one treated, and it's hectic. So I really thought, because that is something that really makes me sad to see someone, a disease has swept them off everything they have, their savings and everything. But I think this is something that can be prevented. This is something that we can, as when we create awareness, this is something that when we come to understand what insurance really entails and how we should all get insured, when we understand that, we can prevent these things from happening.
It's true.
Yeah. So I want us to talk about, why do I need insurance? Many people would think, I'm healthy. Why do I need insurance, especially health insurance? At least for the vehicle insurance, you need it because police mtapatana na wao. But why do I need health insurance, Steve?
I will say maybe not health insurance only.
Yeah.
Everybody needs, at least on one time in their life, they will need insurance. Like, for example, the way you have said, we need motor insurance, not only for the police. In the case of any eventuality, maybe your car gets an accident, you'll be able the car will be able to be repaired, courtesy of the insurance company, because they have taken the risk. The other thing is about maybe the life insurance, where you find their policies, their products, maybe on savings, not only on the death, but on savings, part of it, maybe for the education of their children, maybe for their own personal savings, because we normally say we have a very bad culture in Africa. We don't know how to save, but we know how to consume. We know how to consume.
We know how to spend.
We know how to spend.
Yes.
So we need to have those kind of disciplines that may help us even in the future, so that we will not be able to sell the way you are saying. We sell the land, we sell the cows, we sell the goats. Yet we get an opportunity to do that kind of saving. The other thing is about the medical, the health insurance we are talking about. Sometimes I feel bad, and sometimes I also get discouraged with the way you are saying, and seeing people who are able to come up together, or maybe come up as a family and procure a medical cover. And basic one is what we call maybe like NHIF, where is very cheap, 500 shillings per month. That encompasses, or maybe includes, all the nuclear family. So in the case of any eventuality, maybe there's somebody who is sick, and at that point you have no money, then the insurance comes in And that is very important. We need to think about it. Maybe don't feel that maybe you are giving money, which is you are not seeing the use, but you are putting that money maybe to take care of you, or maybe to take care of any risk which comes, or in any eventuality, because we are placed in a, as we go on with our life, we are in what we call, we are at risk. We are exposed. When you go out, you don't know what will happen. You don't know if you go out with your car, what will happen. You don't know maybe the roads, the people, you know, they have so many mixed feelings, more emotions. You'll be hit by one of the car, or you'll hit one of the car. So that's why we need insurance in us.
So I think that to sum it up, I think, Steve, I can't say because I'm a careful driver, I don't need motor insurance, or because I'm healthy. And you know, I have like, I don't know the last time I was in a hospital, I am sick and I need like serious medical attention. I really don't remember that the last time I was there. So maybe just to clarify to our viewer and our online audience, just because you have not been sick for a while, just because you've not visited a doctor, or you don't do regular visits to, you know, to the doctor, that doesn't mean that you don't need health insurance. Just because you're a careful driver, that doesn't mean you don't need motor insurance. And maybe I will also be asking Steve, because I remember, like, I think 2 weeks ago, we had a conversation on cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness with fellow medics. And one of the things that came out is that you have to like go for checkups. You have to go for checkups and you have to do them regularly, not because you're anticipating that you'll be sick, but because it's very important. So I wanted to ask you, for someone who thinks that they are very healthy and they don't need to have any health insurance plan, do we have health insurance policies that cover for, say, preventive
pre-existing conditions?
Like if I have a medical cover, is there one that if I wanted to go get tested for maybe say breast cancer, or maybe go for screening, cancer screening, that's the word. If I want to go for screening for hypertension, blood pressure, screening for diabetes, will my medical cover that?
Okay, there are different, the different companies are giving different kind of covers, depending on the products they have come up with. There are companies which are giving to cover to the pre-existing conditions, diseases, like for example, blood pressure, diabetes, cancer. But there is what they give on their policy. They give what we call a waiting period. A waiting period maybe varies from the different kind of companies. Maybe they will give you 12 months. They will also give you maybe 24 months, depending on what they have put in their policies. But after immediately after maybe you have been with that company for 24 months, then you renew again your policy, then you'll be covered. Then there are companies which give what we call sublimit in a way that if you are given an exposure of maybe 5 million, or maybe some amount of money assured to you for maybe for medication, maybe inpatient, comes to 5 million, they can give you a sublimit of 50%. That is maybe 2.5 million, or maybe 10%. Maybe that is around 1 million. So until maybe the cover is done, you'll be able to be checked maybe on your health, depending on the clinics that the doctors advised you to go. So those are the things maybe I can advise my viewers, that when you go to the doctor, when you go maybe to the insurance company, make sure you understand the kind of policy you're buying. Read the policy document, so the details, and know what you are covered. Because sometimes there is this point where you find a client is making a lot of noise.
They are complaining.
They are complaining, they're in the hospital.
Yes.
Then they come and realize that the kind of condition I have is not covered.
It's not covered.
So at that point, I want them to read. And the companies, I know this is maybe even one of the regulator, the IRA, has given, that you have maybe 30 days free look. If you find that what this policy is maybe giving me the benefits you're being given. If you are not satisfied with them, you can cancel your policy.
Yes, Steve, just to cut in, I was having this discussion with someone, and you know, we've said that 5% of the Kenyan population, they have the employer provided cover. So I was having this discussion with someone, and they were saying that most of the people who have this kind of cover don't even know what their policy entails. They don't know the exclusion criteria. So sometimes they go to hospital and they are told, we can't cover this and this for you. We can't cover this test because it's not included in your cover. So maybe just to, I think, and that's mainly because the insurance company works with the HR of the employers. So the one who has the cover doesn't even know. That discussion was not held. So maybe just to ask for someone who is watching us, how do you bridge that gap, or what information do you need to have, or what are the important questions that you need to ask when someone comes selling insurance to you, or when you go looking for an insurance cover? What are those important questions that you must ask?
Okay, number one, maybe for the corporate clients, maybe your company has given you a benefit of insurance. Number one, before we even give you the insurance, before the insurance maybe goes through, the contract goes through and it's signed and it's paid through the HR, we normally have a trainee day.
Okay.
Yeah, we give them a trainee day. They have the staff may ask all the kind of questions that you need to hear, and then at the end of the day, their answers. They are guys from the companies, the insurance companies. They'll come and answer any question. Then if that is not satisfied, maybe you are not in that training. You have all the rights to call maybe that insurer. Maybe the company has maybe what you call the call center. They are call centers. They can explain the kind of product you have. What are the benefits do you have? What are the limits do you have? How much is your outpatient? How much is your inpatient? How much is the cover for the maternity? Optical, dental, all those kind of things. Yeah.
So, okay. So maybe Steve, just to, break the ice, I want to appreciate some few guys that are tuned in so that we can also like catch them up on what we've been discussing. I can see Betty Ngugi is tuned in. Thank you, girl, for tuning in. And Mary Chomba, Pastor Mary Chomba, thank you. It's good to see you. And Maggie Monene, Esther Kamau is watching. Thank you so much for watching. And then someone called Maruko Nyatara says, happy to see Steve articulate himself. You have fans.
George Maruko was one of my guy, my colleague.
Nice.
Yeah, I trained him in 2012.
Okay.
And I'm happy to see what he's doing.
Thank you for watching. We are so glad that you're in this platform. We are just discussing on matters insurance. And Lucy Munge, that's my mama. Good to see you. We are discussing on insurance, why you need insurance, why it's important, what you need to ask when you're buying an insurance cover, and we are covering the myths and misconception of insurance. So we just to request you, as you continue watching, please, if you have a question, feel free to ask. Steve is more than ready to answer all your questions. So, Steve, there's this other myth, misconception. I think it's a myth, but I want you to clarify it for me. I've had people say that when I walk into hospital and I pull out my insurance card, when they see that insurance card, they will charge me, they will start giving me, tests. They will give me unnecessary tests. They will tell me I need a CT scan, I did an MRI of the brain. They will give me, prescriptions that I think are not necessary. Do you think that is true, Steve?
To some extent, people have complained, and maybe some have maybe been victims. But what I can encourage our viewers and maybe the customers who have the medical cover, or maybe who want to go and buy the medical cover, every step in the hospital, I think the doctor is able to explain. And the client has all the authority to have the knowledge or to understand. Why am I being done the MRI? Why am I being done the X-ray? So they need to question every step. They need even to question the kind of drugs they are given. They have all the rights. Remember, when you go to an hospital, I normally see the charter, the customer care charter. And number one, they normally say that the patient has all the rights to ask any question So sometimes we might have maybe some institution which maybe want to take the advantage of the medical cover because they know at the end of the day they'll be able to get a very big check, a fat check. But every person who has an insurance contract that is a medical cover has all the rights to question any step of the doctor and what is happening. After this, why are you doing this to me?
Yes.
So that they curb, because again, this medical cover has a limit. The outpatient has a limit.
Yes.
So if you use all the outpatient in one day, then tomorrow you'll have no medical cover.
Yeah, you'll be exposed eventually.
You'll be exposed eventually.
Wow. Okay. So I think I have seen this with many patients in hospital. I don't know why, and I don't know where this mentality came from. People don't question doctors.
Yes.
Because I will see someone, even relatives will call me and tell me the doctor, I went to see the doctor, and I will ask them, what did they say? And they will say, they just wrote me a prescription, let me send you a picture. And I'm like, no, did you ask them what that means?
Yes.
You know, people don't. People have that habit. So Steve has said, because you're the one paying for that insurance, you should feel free. If you really feel and you're convinced that the hospital is overcharging you just because you have an insurance card, you should feel free to question them. And if you see any irregularities, you can call.
You can call maybe the number. I know everybody who has a medical card, they'll be given maybe a number to call. There is a customer care, there is a call center, and you find in most of the insurance companies, the customer care is 24 hours. Because you know, illness does not know the time. The child can get a fever at 3 a.m.
At 3 a.m.
Yes, so you have all the right to question and even to know why you have been done a few things in your card.
Okay. So maybe my next concern would be, most people don't have insurance because they think they cannot afford insurance.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
They can afford, because most of the insurance companies have come to a lower level where you find they are even coming to what we call micro insurance covers, where you can come up maybe like a chama and form a chama and pool the funds together.
Okay.
Then you get the premiums are lower than when you're going as an individual. I know one of the companies which is giving very nice product, very cheap, and everybody, even Mama Mboga. In fact, that product was meant for Mama Mboga, so that they can save a bit of money, very small amount of money, and they get maybe the minimum. You can get a minimum of outpatient, the maybe minimum of inpatient, so that when the illness comes in, you not say you have no what, you have no cover.
Yes.
So all those things are being considered, and we are telling our viewers that you can buy the product. Don't despise. Sometimes you find people, they don't even give you 5 minutes to explain yourself. They say insurance, they raise their hands. Say, no. That is one of the weaknesses we have.
Yes.
Instead of even getting the information, you can get that information and maybe you take it to somebody else and you'll be able to help that person.
Wow.
So it's always good to just listen. Then at the end of the day, do your due diligence and then accept, because you will not be forced to sign the form. You accept, then you get the cover. Yeah,
I think people, when people see those, an insurance person approaching them, especially in a suit, but today is a special day because Steve is not in a suit. He's always very smart with a suit and a tie. My friend, if you meet him. So when people see them, and you ask them, so what's happened? They tell you, I've come to sell you insurance. They're like, no, not today, another day. But I think it's all because of the kind of approach maybe they use. Or
I call it maybe they have no idea. They are not aware. They are not aware. They are not aware what is happening. Remember, there have been issues about insurance which are not true. And then nowadays we are regulated by the law. There is a body, IRA is there, Insurance Regulatory Authority, which maybe regulates all the insurance, all the products which come in, they have to pass through the body, which is government body, which maybe maintain discipline the insurance sector. So people should not be worried about what is happening. They need to listen and get the information, then they make a decision. Instead of being ignorant and say, no, not insurance. Because at the end of the day, they need this insurance.
Great. So I hope, my viewer, you've heard there's no excuse for you not to have an insurance cover, especially a health insurance cover for this matter, because Steve have said there's even some that have
micro.
Yeah, micro insurance.
You come together, then you get the cover.
Yes. Now, Steve, assuming I have had an insurance cover and a whole year has passed and I haven't been ill and you know, a normal person would think I've been paying for these things, so why not just go to hospital and say I have homa, I have been feeling back, I have backaches, and then you get treated and tested so that money, you know, you can feel like that money is being put to use. Should I do that, or is it?
No. We should not. You should not do that. Why? Number one, when we get the medical cover, remember, it's like a pool. We pull funds together so that now, if Frida is sick today, you use the funds we are pulled together. If you are not sick, we thank God. We say hallelujah.
Yes.
If the whole year you have not gone to the hospital, then what you need to know, is that the insurance company has taken that risk. So the money is there. But if the whole year you doesn't get a illness or you don't get sick and go to the hospital, I don't think there is need of going to the hospital towards the end of the cover and get all the tests. Maybe you are not, because that is not the right thing. That is not.
It is wrong.
It is wrong. You need to go even when you are not sick, not just towards the end of the maybe the period you'll be given by the insurance.
Yeah.
You need to go when maybe you are sick. Because you need this cover tomorrow. And then when you do that, when you are coming back, maybe you are coming to renew maybe next year, after 1 year is over. The insurance, you look at maybe how you use the card. So we need to know. If, for example, you paid 50,000, 60,000, and maybe you have used 350. You get,
yes.
So the insurance will be worrying.
Yes.
What's wrong with this person? They'll look at the medical history and say,
yes,
this person may be. And that's why you find some insurance companies even increase the premium, because the way you are using the cover is not the right way. But somebody who use the cover in a nice way, the right way, they even get discounts. Yes.
Great.
So when you're coming for the next year, if you're supposed to pay maybe 60,000, there's a percentage maybe you'll be told by the insurance. We have given you this discount, pay this less.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know, Steve, our pastor always tells us, don't use bad examples with yourself.
Yes.
So I will not say supposing I will say supposing someone when I'm talking about illness. So we know of chronic illnesses that run in families, maybe like diabetes and hypertension. So you'll find like the way we've discussed that some of these conditions and some of these covers have a waiting period of 1 year. Yeah. So one doesn't really want to buy the cover now when you're sick. Yes, you want to buy it earlier, and because some of these diseases have like a family history, so one can know they are exposed. So maybe if someone has a family history of diabetes and hypertension, and they have bought the cover for themselves, and maybe their family, like their nuclear family, and they never get diabetes and they never get hypertension, and you know, and like they don't get sick, they don't use that money. Is there a way they can get a refund?
No.
That's where I was getting at.
No. Because now the contract is very clear.
Yeah.
The contract has said, if we have given, and that's why I was talking about the policy document.
Yes.
Immediately you procure the policy, the product or medical cover.
Yes.
You are given a policy document, which now entails or explains what cover you have been given. All the exclusions are written down there. So this is, if you have this cover, maybe you have 50,000 outpatient, 500,000 inpatient. So down there are exclusions. There are covers maybe which are not, there are some diseases which are not covered.
Not covered.
There are others which are covered.
Yes.
So the best thing we can do for my viewers is that you need to read your policy document. And then the way you are saying that after the medical, after the cover for 5 years, you have not been sick, you want to go and get money. Yes. Remember, if anything happens during that period, the company has taken a risk. If they have given you a cover of 5 million, the company has taken the risk of 5 million. So anything happens, the company is liable to pay 5 million.
So we say this is a risk and this is what we have given you. So if it has not happened, we thank God. And
they don't even give you something like a bonus, maybe like
when you're coming back, maybe for example, the first year you have come, you get a discount. If you have not been sick, even in the motor insurance, it's the same.
Yeah.
The second year, you also get a discount. The third year, the same. So depending maybe on the insurance, how many insurance maybe have, how many insurance, maybe different insurance will have different policies and different ideas on how to be able to give benefits to the customers or to the clients who have been faithful.
Wow.
Remember, we want to curb fraud because fraud has been an issue when it comes to insurance.
Yeah, it's a really big issue, by the way. I think that's why most people have trust issues because people give false information all the time. So another question: who is eligible for insurance? And when I buy an insurance cover, say for I don't know what insurance covers are there for health. Who is covered?
Okay. First, anybody above 18 years.
Okay.
If you have no family and you're above 18 years, I want to believe you have a national ID card.
Yes.
So the government gives you an ID card when you're above 18 years.
Yes.
So anybody above 18 years, but there is a limit. Age next birth, maybe there are some companies which cover at 60.
Okay.
Yes. So again, if you have a family, maybe you have a nuclear family.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe like me, I'm married, I have one wife, 2 girls.
Yes.
So I will always take an insurance for my nuclear family, not an extended family.
Yes.
I will take for my children up to maybe 18. Then if they go to maybe if they are in college, they are still under my care. So most of the insurance they accept that they only need maybe an admission letter or a student ID.
Even if they are above 18?
Even if they are above 18.
Okay.
So they'll be able to be covered to a certain period of age.
Yes.
Then from there now, they can take care of themselves.
Yes.
Because we assume now they have become adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking about age, I've heard of this. I don't know if it's true, but you will tell me that as your age increases, your insurance becomes more expensive. Is that true?
Yes.
Why is that so?
It's also the same. I know you are medic. If somebody is, for example, for example, if a doctor wants to see you, they will presume you. Maybe they will not even be interested to check your diabetes. To check your blood pressure. Yes. But somebody who at 60 or 70, the risk is too high.
Yes.
So you'll find this person maybe, if you come to procure an insurance product, we presume the risk is too high because of your age. And again, because of your immune system, you can be able to get maybe, what do you call it? The simple illness, like... what do you call the flu? Yeah. You can go with a t-shirt to town and come back to home.
I can freeze and shine.
Somebody who is 60, they will come very sick.
Yeah, that is true.
So that is how some of the things that the actuarial scientists they have to check.
Yes.
They look on your figures and also they look at your age. Then they give you a premium.
Okay. Yeah. So to the matter of, we said 89% of Kenyans have NHIF. Yeah. So is it enough? Like, say I have an NHIF cover. Do I need a private insurance cover? And does one replace the other? If I want a private insurance cover, I have to have NHIF.
The NHIF is one of the best covers we have in the country. Remember, it's regulated by the government. Yeah. I will also urge people maybe to go for private covers. Why? You find that NHIF has some limits. Yes. NHIF, you cannot be. There are some hospitals which maybe have not accepted maybe to have NHIF. Okay. And maybe that is your nearest hospital. Yes. So if, for example, I hear, because I've been using the private company's medical card, but sometimes you hear NHIF has some limit maybe on drugs. Maybe you can only be given for 2,000, 3,000.
Yes, I've experienced that actually with NHIF.
So it is always better for them to have at least another medical cover, which has no limit. Yeah. Maybe the private has given you a limit of 100,000,
outpatient. The NHIF goes hand in hand with the private. Why? There are some either tests, maybe X-ray, MRI, which are net the NHIF. So NHIF, maybe for example, they pay up to 8,000, and maybe that test needs around 40,000.
Yes.
So NHIF will pay 8,000. Yes. Then that 2,000 will be paid by private company.
Private.
Yes. Okay. So they need NHIF. Even the bed. Sometimes the bed is paid by NHIF.
Yes.
So if you didn't have NHIF,
yes,
you go back to your pocket and pay.
Yes.
Because the private companies maybe will not pay the bed charges.
Okay. So that means if I want a private cover, it's important. Or is it mandatory for me to have NHIF?
It is, to me, I would say let it be mandatory.
Let it be mandatory.
It has not been said to be mandatory, but it's always better to have that NHIF.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Felix is tuned in, and I see he has a question.
Yes.
So let me read the question to you. He says, Steve, please explain the process of reimbursement in a case of a property that has been used as security in a financial institution when the owner is deceased.
That is maybe somebody was the property which has been used as a what?
As security, yeah.
At the event. Remember, when you get that is maybe a loan.
Yeah.
So when you get a loan from financial institution, there is insurance.
Yeah.
Which is given in case the person who has taken that loan maybe is deceased, or maybe something happens to him, he is no more. So I think the best thing is to follow from the financial institution, and also to know which company covered what, which covered insurance company took that risk.
Yes.
Or maybe the loan.
Yes.
Then from there we can be able to follow.
Yes.
Remember, when you are given this loan, there are also some papers you get maybe for your insurance. You need to know which insurance has covered.
Yes.
And by the end of the day, we'll be able to get down to the main insurance company.
Yes.
Then you can follow from there.
Wow. I think that's very informative, Steve. And I hope, Felix, we've answered your question. Please let us know if your question is well answered.
Yes.
If it's not, we can always revisit. But I think it's well covered. I think because of time, I can see that our time is really gone.
Yes.
And I would want to probably ask you to give your parting shot. What is it? What is that very important thing that you would like people to know about insurance? And maybe someone is watching us now and they need help with insurance. Are they free to contact you? You can also tell us that. Am I you?
Yeah, they are free to contact me.
Yeah.
Maybe one thing maybe I can say before we get out of the medical part of it.
Yeah.
We have maternity.
Yes, maternity.
Maternity issues. Sometimes you get maternity cover. And remember, we normally say maternity is not a disease.
Yeah.
It's a planned thing.
Yes.
But we give you a cover on the same.
Yes.
And if, for example, you have gone through the maternity process,
yes,
you have gotten the child,
yes,
then there are some complications which come in.
Yes.
The congenital, we call them congenital issues.
Yes.
Maybe the child develops maybe another illness,
yeah,
or maybe the mother develops some
complications. Yes.
Remember, the maternity is only the process until the child is born. Then from there,
all right,
the maternity issue is over.
Yes.
So we need to now to deal with the medical cover.
Yes.
Because that was the maternity.
Yes.
Now we go back now to the medical cover. So you find there are some insurance companies which cover from 0 age. If a child is born, we can just put him on cover immediately. Others maybe they have a waiting period. Others have maybe some restriction. They don't even give that, because when you get maybe a complication after the delivery. So they are mixed issues.
Yeah.
So we need to understand when you are procuring this medical cover, please make sure you get all the details, because there are others, there are clients who come in just to get not interested with the outpatient, not interested with the inpatient, but they need that medical cover. So when you are procuring a product for medical
and you want the maternity, you need to get all those details so that you don't now start shouting.
You don't start
when
making
you
noise.
Are sick, yes, and making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So they need to get that clarity.
Yeah.
Maybe my part is short.
Yeah.
Or you had a question?
No, I was just going to add that the way you've talked about the maternity cover, I think I didn't have that information some time back.
Yes.
A friend of mine, they delivered their child. The child was having, after birth, the child had respiratory issues.
Yes, yes.
And when the bill came, the treatment for the child was not covered, and they had to pay.
They had to pay
and
cash.
they didn't know that part before. So that, I think that's very important
that
to
is
note.
very important. Insurance is wide, and I think maybe we need now to handle it in. Maybe now we have handled mostly on the medical cover.
Yes.
We need now to look at what about the life insurance?
Yeah, we need to come back and deal with that.
Motor insurance?
Yes, yes,
or the general insurance, we call it the general insurance because there is fire, burglary, so many products.
Yes.
We also need to look at the pension because it's a long term.
Yes.
Life and pensions are long term product for insurance.
Sure.
So we need to understand what do I need to get? Because the way I was telling you before we started the show, that most of the people now are benefiting from the long-term products they've had, like pension.
Yes, yes.
You know, pension has no limit.
Yeah.
You can go and even withdraw your pension.
Yeah.
Even after 6 months.
Yeah.
The personal pension plan.
Yes.
The life products where maybe you find somebody saving. You'll be saving for the education, you'll be saving for maybe personal savings. There are so many products you can procure. So this is the time I've seen so many people going back and say, I need something. Because there are other insurance companies give life product to the saving product, maybe for education. Then you can be given a chance even to get a loan from your own policy. If your policy, we say, if your policy has attained cash value or surrender value, you can go and get some money. And maybe if you have an issue, maybe business or life, you handle your issue and you continue saving your product. So everybody, you can get an insurance product. We don't just say that these are very expensive, they are for some classes of people. There is nothing like that. Everybody, anybody can get an insurance product.
Yes. Someone has a question. So before you give your parting shot, maybe you would like to respond to this. This one is called Bawaya Waya. First of all, thank you for tuning in, and you have a very nice name. Bawaya Waya. He's asking, or she, he is asking, can I use my cover to purchase property?
Medical cover? Or which cover?
He didn't specify. But maybe
maybe he's asking about the life product, maybe the saving plan. The saving plan, you can use it. Why not? You save with a goal. If I save for my 2 daughters, I'm saving for the goal I have for the education. I want them to be like me, like maybe a doctors or engineers or pilots. So I'll be saving towards that goal to make sure that I don't go back to my pocket when my children are going to university or they are going to secondary. The other part of it is you save with a goal to buy a plot. You save with a goal to buy your Subaru. You save with a goal to buy that
TX.
TX, or maybe to buy a house. Because most of the mortgages, they say that you must put some deposit. So that deposit, you can save for 5 years and say, I need a deposit of like 2 million. Then the other money, you'll be deducted from maybe from your salary. So Bawaya, thank you. I know he's my client. And
he's your client.
Yes.
Wow. So thank you. So if you could give your parting shot, then I will appreciate those that are tuned in. Please put in a comment that it's easier for us to appreciate you when we see your comment. So maybe give your parting shot and so that we can conclude. So
what I can tell my viewers is that if in case you have any issue, because I know most of the people have come through very hard times. When they have issue with insurance, they don't know where to go. So they can still come to us. They can maybe get, because I think we have shared in our Facebook accounts. They can even write us an email. Or maybe they can call us. Maybe after this they can contact us. I'll be able to handle them. Irrespective of where that company is, because you know, we are hired to solve issues, not for a specific company, but to any customer or regarding insurance. Okay. So thank you very much.
Great. Thank you for coming. Thank you for, accepting to come to the show.
Yes.
I'm really grateful. And I like the way that you're so informed about your field. I think when I grow up, I'll be as articulate as you are. I'm still growing.
Yes.
So thank you. Someone called Patrick Karanja says, great to see my colleagues stand up to the task.
Yeah. Pat Kaka, thank you. I know you're watching.
Another one says, Ruth N. Kimeu says, wow, congrats, Stephen Motuko.
It's my colleague.
Wow, they're all here. Timothy Kasimolo says,
brother.
Wow, that's your brother. Says, wonderful insurance insights here. Someone else called Esther Kamau. Yeah, Esther Kamau is tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have so many pages, so I'll have to go and check to make sure I'm not leaving someone out. I would not like to leave you out if you're tuned in and you're watching us. Remember, we have our pages, James Wetu and Dr. Washira Frida. That should be me. So Lucy Munge says, I'm now informed. Thanks for the awareness. You're welcome. Felix says, I am satisfied. He's happy with the answer you gave. He says, thanks, Stephen Daktari. Thank you for watching, Felix. You've always been our #1 fan. So we have more pages. We have Uzima Center. So I'll just check who is tuned in and who is watching us now.
Yes.
It's so great to have all of you tuned in. And remember, you can even ask your question after this. So we will still reach out and respond to you. You can also ask the question inbox. You don't have to ask it here. Njoki Joyce, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Miriam Dirango, thank you so much, Mama, for watching. Your support is appreciated. Someone called Damaris Siombua.
Yes, I know. That is my sister-in-law.
Wow. And there's someone else called Lillian Nyali.
Yeah, my sister.
My
young sister.
Yeah, because that's other name, Nyali.
Yes.
That's your name.
Yeah.
Wow. And my mentor, Pastor Samuel Chomba, is watching. God bless you so much, sir. I feel so honored to have you in this platform.
Yes.
God bless you so much. I have so many comments and pages. I don't know if I can respond to all of them. Annette Koi, thank you so much for tuning in. Richard Wanyonyi from Mararal.
Yes.
Wow, it's so good to have you in this platform. I don't know who else is tuned in. Maybe I'll check James Wetu's page just to make sure I don't leave out his fans. And James Wetu is well, by the way. He's on a short leave. He's punishing me for leaving him for the past 2 Fridays. He's punishing me, but it's okay. I think for now I will leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. Please like our pages, and we have a YouTube channel, by the way, and you'll find this video and many others we have uploaded in that YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Convo with Dr. Frida and James Wetu. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we premiere our videos. We have learned so much today. I do not want to go back to what we've learned, but just a summary. Everybody needs insurance. There is no excuse for you not to have insurance, and we have clarified the myths and misconceptions. So if you're just joining us now, please feel free to go back and listen to the insights that Steve has shared. And I would like to end the show here and appreciate the Rosa Media for helping us put our content out there, and Manuel Consultants and Trainers, and also appreciate Life of God Broadcast for giving us a platform to share our information and to, impact lives through our knowledge and our expertise. And for now, from me and James and Steve, it's a bye-bye. Until next Friday, see ya.
You are watching The Convo with Dr. Frida and James Wetu. Convo, encouraging conversation that matter.